Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about what's called the motor and sensor setup and how to use additional motors on your robot. Remember, your EV3 has 4 motor ports. So right now we've been using just 2, left motor and right motor. But hypothetically, you could use other motors to grab, other motors to lift, other motors to do additional things. So let's see how you would do that. And you're going to do a virtual world challenge that's going to require that additional motor. So anyway, we're going to go up to Robot and then Motor and Sensor Setup. And you can see 3 tabs here. Standard model, motors, and sensors. And for now, you're going to want to select the EV3 REMBot. And it tells you down here how its ports are configured. So the port number 1 has a touch sensor, 2 is a gyro, 3 is a color sensor, 4 is a sonar. In the motor ports, port A is the arm, B is left motor, C is right motor. So I could click OK, but I want you to see what happens in motors here. You see motor A, the name arm motor is typed here. You can mess around with some of this stuff later on. We'll talk more about that. Left motor is B, right motor is C. Whatever is typed here must be typed exactly the same way when you use it in the code, and I'll show you in a moment what that means. But anyway, back to standard models. We've selected the EV3 REMBot. I'm saying OK or apply, and notice up here it says EV3 REMBot. So remember, left motor was what it called that left motor, and it matters the case and everything. It had left motor, right motor. And we're just going to check out the challenge you're going to do, which is cargo retrieval. And first of all, it may not even work. Let's check it out, though. It's going to start you here. I'm going to look at this from the side. And notice this robot has an arm in front that will lift, but the arm is up. So in order to pick this thing up, presumably you're going to have to drop it down first and then lift. But I'm still not sure it's going to work. I have not gotten this to work. So anyway, fine. Let's go back to our code. So here, as of now, left motor is at 50, right motor is at 50. The robot's going to go forward. It's going to go forward for 2.5 seconds. That's what the sleep does. Tells it how long to go. I like to copy and paste. Control C, Control V, and I paste that there. I'm going to put a comment in using 2 slashes. This is drop the arm, or lower the arm. That would probably be better. Lower the arm. So now we're not going to use the right motor to lower the arm. We're going to want that other motor, and we could go back and look for it. Remember, it said something like arm motor or something like that. Watch what happens if I type arm. Notice it guesses what you're going for, and there's arm motor. So I'm going to hit tab down and enter it. So now arm motor is 50, but I'm guessing that down is probably negative. And so we're going to drop that. How long do we want to drop it for? Let's copy and paste the sleep. And we don't want to drop it for 2.5 seconds. That would be way too long. Let's try 500. And compile. Download. And so what should happen is this should drop, and then it should go forward, and what we want to do is pick this thing up. If you are unsuccessful at picking this up after a few times, even though you think you did it right, if you can figure it out, great. If not, no, just that's fine. You can say you're done. But let's see what happens here. It drops it, it goes forward, it hits it, and it doesn't lift it. Okay, why is that? Because all we had was dropping. We would need to add to this this was lowering the arm, you would need to add to this program something to raise the arm. So if you're able to get to it, raise the arm, still doesn't lift it, you can keep on playing around, see if you can successfully figure out why it doesn't work. But if not, at least you understand, look, we need to go to motors and sensor setup. We need to select which robot we wanted. There are all these other choices, but we wanted the EV3 Rembot with the arm in front. And that then named our motors for port A, port B, port C, and allowed us to run the program.